Hello, you all. Y'all, let me play my intro.
Talk with Tamara, where conversations are real, voices are heard, and the real stars here. The real stars here. No filter, no fear. Truth in the mic, let the whole world hear. Stories unfold, voices sincere. Welcome to the place where the real stars here. From life and love to the latest news, community voices, different views, breaking it down so we all stay clear. Honest conversations live right here. Speak your truth, let it be known. This is the space where your voice has a home. No judgment here, just real and clear. Real talk with Tamara, the real starts here. Real talk with Tamara. Real people, real stories, real truth.
Hey, hello, guys. How's everybody doing on today? On this Sunday, y'all, the wind is blowing. We're supposed to have a very bad storm, so we're bracing for that. Like almost like the wind has been blowing like crazy. Trees have been blowing down. The water is troubled for real, and it's 76. But my mother said she saw where it's supposed to go down to 20 tomorrow, and it's gonna snow. That is, yeah, tornado watch for our area. So that's why I'm gonna go ahead and get on because I'm praying and hoping that the lights. Since let me see if my mom was telling the truth, because sometimes my mom be saying stuff and oh my God, it's gonna be 21. I mean, it's gonna be 41 tomorrow, and then tomorrow night is going down to 25. So she was telling the truth. It do look like it's gonna be some snow flurries. It's gonna be 45 Tuesday, going back up to 65 Wednesday, gonna be 76 Thursday, 82 Friday, 83 Saturday. This is the type of weather that keeps people sick. How is everybody doing? Let me see who up in here. I see on one we go. Black Barbie, Kawana, Miss Nelly. Did I miss anybody? That's everybody that's typing in the chat. And all of the people that are in the on the show that's not typing. How is everybody doing? I don't like it when the weather does this. Hey, E baby. Um, we're just waiting for more people to start coming in. What y'all cook for Sunday dinner today? I kind of ate leftovers from last night. I went to the butcher shop last night. Y'all don't even ask me how much that food at the butcher shop costs. It's not good enough to be paying what to cost what it costs. The pasta was kind of bland. I guess is why it took me all the time to eat it. The let's see, the appetizers were nasty. I was in your hood. Yeah, the appetizers were nasty. That wasn't seasoned enough. Now, somebody had lamb chops. I tasted a little bit of that. It was pretty good. It was that's because it was grilled. But y'all, I, I'm telling you, it's just Hey Pete, it's just not worth it. That when I got that ticket and saw $152, I almost passed out. I almost passed out. Oh, Lord Jesus. That's all I could say was Lord Jesus. But that's what my daughter wanted to go and eat at for her birthday. Of course, I bought her. I paid for her stuff too. So if it was $152, you know, I'm assuming that what the it was like what $75 a piece. That's still a lot of money if I'm adding it up right. Am I adding that up right? Yeah, about $75 a piece. I'm trying to add it up in my head. 70 something dollars. Oh, you did neck bones? I haven't had neck bones in a long time. It seems like since you said that, it seems like I want some so I can drench it in hot sauce. Pinto beans with ham, seasoning, cornbread, muffins, neckline, and greens made lemonade. Ooh, that sounds so good. I tell you, I could have went to the grocery store with that. I'm gonna make a Sunday dinner. Hey, Miss Kawana. I'm gonna make a Sunday dinner next week. I think I'm going to do. Uh, I think I'm a. Well, I haven't did my cream. Y'all know I love cream of chicken, so I'm gonna do my cream of chicken. I'll probably grill it first and then do my cream of chicken. My food have a kick to it. I've been having a taste for some candied yams, so I do yams and probably green beans. I gotta make sure I got some turkey necks in there because I like to put like either turkey wings or turkey drumstick or turkey necks in my green beans. I know I love the Louisiana hot sauce. That's the only one I can eat. So I think that's what I'm gonna do next week. Baked chicken, yams, and green beans. So I made barbecue turkey wings, mac and cheese, cornbread, cabbage for dessert. Ooh, that sounds so good. Barbecue turkey wings. I'm gonna tell y'all something about turkey wings. Like it takes turkey wings. Like if I make turkey wings, I have to put them in the slow cooker. I put them in the slow cooker before I go to work because they have to be falling off of the bone. It take them so freaking long. Well, if they're smoked, I love like them smoked. But when I don't buy the smoked ones, it take them so long to cook. Cause see, I don't like for them to be tough, nothing like that. They got to be falling off of the bone. I know I be cooking like the kids are at home. And here's the thing, like my baby girl would eat chicken, but my oldest daughter is so weird. She does not really like any meat. And she's always been like that. And she lies to this day like she is allergic to fish. Just lying. I never been tested or anything. She just don't like fish. And all I craved when I was pregnant with her was fish, French fries, and coleslaw. And I kid you not, this is the God's truth. The first sentence that she really made was I remember I pulled up at the fish market on 3rd Street, Kimball's Fish Market. You know, it's got a fish on the outside of the house. I mean, on the outside of the market. I was pregnant again with her sister. I always crave fish when I'm pregnant, and it has to be uncooked fish that I can buy and go fry. When she looked up at the fish on the market, she said, "Mommy, me not eat fish. Me not eat no fish." I said, "Oh my God, my baby is talking." I was like, "Oh my God, she made a sentence." Um, on one we go. I'm allergic to liver. You'll have to beat me at eat. You know what? My mom and my grandmother never made liver ever, ever, ever. I did not grow up eating liver, right? So when I remember when I first started going to college, I didn't know I was pregnant with my oldest daughter. I started craving so much stuff. I did not know I was pregnant. So I'm at school, and there was a cafeteria, and I could smell the liver and onion. I didn't even know I was pregnant. I could smell the liver and onion. I went to the cafeteria, and I mean, it smells so good. And I was like, well, I've never eaten liver and onion. I was like, what is that? It's like liver and onion. I said, I've never eaten liver and onion. I was like, but I'm going to buy it. So I bought it. I took it home. When I got home, my mom was like, what's that? I said, liver and onion. She said, you weird, because we've never eaten liver and onion. I said, this is going to be my first time. And I've been eating it ever since. I don't know. She was just weird. That was I craved everything with her, but I could not hold it down though. I couldn't hold it down because I threw up for the full 9 months. And her personality goes right with I think babies form personalities when they're in the womb, because she came out a finicky eater, and she's still one. Okay. I tell her all the time, you a fake vegetarian. That's what you is. You a fake. Because she'll eat a hamburger sometimes. Beef liver good as hell, smothered in some gravy and onion. Yeah, and onions. But I don't buy beef. I don't buy it though. But like every now and again, I might get a taste for it, and I'll stop at Jack Purtle's Chicken and get me some. My go-to is I buy a lot of fish. Like I buy a lot of salmon, um, a lot of red snapper, a lot of codfish, and it's another one that I've started. A lot of trouts. That trout is better than the salmon. Trust me. I buy a lot of that, and I like to grill it. I buy a lot of chicken. I like chicken legs and chicken thighs. I don't buy a lot of chicken wings because they're too expensive. But when I do buy them, and then another reason why I don't buy a lot of chicken wings, because when I buy chicken wings, I be wanting to fry them. I think it's disrespectful to the chicken. I think it's disrespectful to the chicken to bake the wings or to do anything else other than throw them in some grease. I just feel like chicken wings should be fried, so I don't even want to be tempted. Hey, Miss Debbie. Anyways, you got, oh, we went on 13 minutes just talking, child. Anyways, y'all, I want to talk about a police officer has been spreading the H to the I to the V, and I want to talk about when betrayal goes wrong. And I spelled betrayal wrong. Because I was looking at betrayal, I was like, it looks different. It's something different about betrayal, and I forgot to put the A in it. So y'all excuse me. I'm gonna go back and change it. But um, when betrayal goes wrong, I was on the internet looking at some stuff, looking at some videos about when women have caught their significant others or their husbands, when they've caught their husbands in particularly, when they've caught their husbands with other women, and when they've walked up on them and or followed them or something, and they actually are there. Like these are real stories. And it's funny because when I was out there in the field, and I was doing infidelities, I was like the infidelity king queen or whatever. Um, I never would tell the client where I followed their husband to until afterwards, because it always got really it could get very dangerous, because I remember when a private investigator had told a wife who was a dentist where her husband was at. He was having an affair with his secretary. And when she got there and saw them holding hands, she was so mad. She put her foot on the pedal and put it on the ground and ran him clean over. He was a dentist, she was a dentist. Okay. Y'all probably saw that too. It was very national. And she killed him. She ran him over. She ran knocked him down and ran him over, she backed up over him and ran him over again and tried to run the woman over, but she jumped in the car. So I mean, she ruined her life because I mean, she said when she saw them holding hands, it was just she could not contain herself. So I was very careful about that. I would always make the client sign something saying that they would not call me because oftentimes they would want to call me to try and monitor me, and I had to start getting like a third person to like intercept that because I didn't talk to people when I was out on I can't talk when I'm on a mission, right? So anyways, we're gonna talk about that, but betrayal. But there's a I believe it's Pensacola, Florida. Let's pull this up, and this is a handsome police officer, to say the least. He's handsome, okay. I know folks be saying she be calling everybody handsome. Well, would it not unless they are? Okay, not unless they are. Let's see. It has been trending.
A Pensacola police officer accused of having sex without telling his partner he has HIV. Police arresting Officer Pierce Cotton today. He now faces a felony charge. And we're told Cotton is on administrative leave while an internal affairs investigation is underway. Jail records show he was released on a $10,000 bond.
Hold on one second, you all. Let me pull up something else. You all make sure y'all hit the like button for me. Hold on. Hold on, you guys. I'm trying to find something else. I don't know why every time I get on StreamYard, this thing start acting up. Hold on, you all. Just give me a moment. Make sure you all like, share, and subscribe, okay? His name is Pierce Cotton. He's 31 years old. Hold on one second. I just had it and I lost it. Just give me a moment. It says a 32-year-old Pensacola police officer was arrested on Friday on charges of having sex with a partner without informing them he was H to the I to the V. The Pensacola Police Department arrested Pierce and booked him. Okay, they just said that he's out on a $10,000 bond. Okay, I don't think there is much else. I was trying to see. I'm sure he is taking his social media down. Okay, in cases like this, there's usually always okay other women to start coming forward. and men. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. I do know that they say that they make like drugs that make you non-active or whatever they call it, non-reactive, or go under the radar, however it is said. And so I think that's what's going on with a lot of people. They feel like because they're saying that they're non-detected, that's what it is. Hey, they're not even telling their partners or giving them the opportunity to decide, if they want to do this or not. Most people who are negative will not choose to do it. But the thing about it is, in order for this lady or for him to have gotten those charges, if he was non-reactive or non-detective or whatever, um, somebody must have came up positive. More and more people are celibate. More and more people are celibate. So they when they start having sex, they know who gave them what. Okay, they already know who it was that gave them this stuff. So I think it's sad. And then you have people who don't care. They will lie and deny to the very end. Okay. And I think that's why so many people are celibate. Okay, it ain't nothing wrong with being celibate. Right, they feel like being undetected is okay, and it is absolutely not okay. Okay, because just because they are supposedly, I mean, don't people who don't have that don't want it. Okay, or they'll choose not to be sexually involved with a person that does, especially without a condom. And it's pretty obvious that he's been doing something without a condom, because for charges to come up on him like that, somebody is positive. Okay. And you have to think about some people, when they get it, their mission, their one and only mission is to try and spread it to everybody else, because they feel like my life is over with. Unfortunately, this is how they feel. My life is over with. Somebody did it to me, and I'm gonna do it to somebody else. Okay. Hold on one second. I want to show y'all something. I used to have a friend. Hold on. I used to have a friend. Her sister died back in 2000. Okay. Her sister had passed away back in 2000. Her sister had three sons at the time. She contracted the H to the I to the V from a man um who was bisexual. And the thing about it is that she had heard rumors about him being bisexual and did not believe it, right? And so he had it. He transmitted it to her. Unfortunately, she was in a relationship with a married man also, okay? And passed it on to him, and he gave it to his wife, okay? She ended up succumbing to the disease. The married man ended up passing away, and the wife, I believe the wife to this very day, is still alive, but that's because she takes her medicine and stuff. But it was extremely sad, watching her wither away, how her body started to change. And the thing about her is she would take her medicine, and when she would feel better, and this was back in 2000 when it wasn't advanced, I guess, as it is now. When she would take her medicine, she would start looking better and feeling better. She would stop taking it, and then she started going to church, and the church people started telling her that she didn't have that disease anymore, just believe. And she started going around talking about, I ain't got that. I ain't got that. I've been healed. I've been healed. I don't have that anymore. You know, she, although she did have it, right? But she started, I guess, trying to manifest it or believe it, have the faith the size of a mustard seed, I guess. And so then when she would start feeling better, she would be right back to her old type of ways. So I think people should be very careful. And even now, like when they have these medications, where a person, even because you used to go get tested with your person, and if they're on those meds, it will make them go undetected, so they could still trick you. You go get tested together, and you both are non-reactive. Okay, he's on his meds, so he's gonna be, or she's on her meds, non-reactive. You almost have to ask for their medical history, right? You have to ask them to share that with you. You can't go and um, try and you can't go and try and what's the word that I'm looking for? Creep and get their medical history. I mean, if the person doesn't have anything going on, they shouldn't have an issue sharing with. And the reason I say that, I'm thinking about that. That's one of the things that one of the teams in my office is working on, and that is because more and more facilities are being sued because they're hiring hood rats that's exposing people's medical histories. They're going into the system, and so as a deterrence, I see that it's a federal crime. Young ladies are losing their licenses. They're not going to be able to go and get licensed in no other city, not in or state in the United States. And they're not going to, federal prosecutors are starting to go after them heavily because a lot of these medical facilities are filing charges and encouraging it. Okay. And I do believe some laws and stuff are going to change to be more stringent. I was listening to one of those prosecutors. Anyways, they got a team working on that, and I think that if you got to have your friend to lose their jobs and get prosecuted, okay? Like I told y'all, anytime government facilities start getting sued, because people are suing when you are exposing their medical history, okay? You giving it to your friend and they're spreading it, and they think they can put it on social media, and these facilities that they work for losing a lot of money, as they should sue, right? Not only are they losing their livelihood, they're the federal prosecutors are prosecuting them and going after them as a deterrence now, because it is so prevalent, really, not because they care about the people they're doing it to, but to stop, because people are now getting lawyers and filing lawsuits and winning, right? So now when you start seeing, like, most hospitals are government funded, these hospitals and stuff, um losing money and things of that nature, these doctors and stuff, they are heavily pressing it, okay, for these ex-employees, because they fire them. You can fire them, that's nothing. They're, like I said, they're losing their licenses where they can't work anywhere else in the United States, and they are being prosecuted. And I forget what the what the what you call is when they're prosecuting them. It's got to be something, because it is in the federal prosecutor's office. And like I said, it's weird because that's some of the things that have been getting brushed off up under the Trump administration. They going after heavily. Like I said, that um, God, what is that called? Those privacy laws or something else. And I can't understand how people can sit up and jeopardize their jobs. I guess what had been happening was, they get fired from one job and they would go get another job, but that ain't gonna be that's not gonna happen. You're gonna lose your job, and then you're gonna be prosecuted, and you're gonna go do some time in jail. So I guess it's not worth it. And here's the thing, like, um, if you're with the person, they shouldn't have an issue, especially if they're wanting to get into bed with you, with showing you their history. They shouldn't have an issue with that, right? So, like I said, just remember that the HIPAA laws, that's federal, okay? HIPAA, violating HIPAA laws, stealing tin care, stealing and over embellishing on your application for food stamps. Those are the three things. Okay, don't say I didn't tell y'all. Those are the three things up under the Trump administration that they got their foot on people's necks. Okay, I'm telling you, they putting the hammer down real hard. Okay, so anyways, you guys, that's messed up. I was looking at what a Houston man, y'all. Another man, a Houston man. This don't make no sense. It says Houston man intentionally transmitted the H to the I to the V to his wife and multiple women in 10 years. Would you trust someone with your life if you knew their love could kill you? Some betrayals aren't loud. They don't come with shouting or slam doors. Some betrayals sit quietly at your dinner table, hold your hand, and whisper promises that sound like safety. And when they strike, they leave you questioning everything, your judgment, your future, even if you will survive. Investigators in Houston say that's exactly what happened in a case that has now turned into a plea for more women to come forward. Police arrested a man they accuse of knowingly infecting women with the H to the I to the V, and they believe there are more victims. His name is Kareem Kaki Honey, and he was charged with aggravated assault. Tonight, one woman is bravely sharing her story of what started as a loving relationship. Um, I don't. Okay. Investigators in Houston say, okay, started as 11 tonight. Okay. I lost my place, y'all. That's what I did. I lost my place. This says this isn't just a story about heartbreak. It's about a man who knew he was carrying a disease and chose to hand it out like a gift wrapped in lies. For years he hush. For years he lived as if consequences didn't exist. He watched his wife's health deteriorate. He watched Sarita Anderson fall in love. I said, be quiet. That's just the wind. Fall in love with him while her body wasted away, and he said nothing. What kind of man sits across from you, smiles, and watches you die? Y'all, this is the man right here. And he looks healthy. Okay, this is another case right here. This isn't the police officer. This is another case. This happened in Houston, Texas. Okay, and they posted this story in February of this year. Okay, I'm not playing with you. They said once you get on their fraud food stamp list, you can never get it. Just like the housing. Well, now they're not gonna be able to get it because they're gonna be in jail with a felony. They prosecute them now. Like I said, they're going strongly. It's happening. After the doctors that have been overcharging Medicare, TennCare, people who have been receiving TennCare that should not be receiving it because they embellished on their applications, people that are receiving food stamps that have been embellished on their applications, and Medicare workers. Y'all notice Trump don't like Medicare workers at all. Okay, that are violating HIPAA laws. Normally, there's a method to his madness. I think with the he's getting a lot of foreign doctors have been getting indicted, and I think that's a way of him going after foreign doctors. I don't know if a lot of foreign students are getting also into the medical field. Most foreign students become doctors. I don't know if but he's going after all workers. Okay, so I don't know if they start off working in the hospital. He's going after Medicare people. Okay, this says Miss T, the dog no house in Virginia is wrong. Those girls were underage. Oh wow. Y'all, it's the wind is blowing real hard, so I guess they call themselves scared or something, but they get on my nerve. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. Okay, make sure you guys please like, share, and subscribe. Be quiet. Hell. Okay, here's this justice for Naziah Harris. I think I've seen this particular case, you guys. Naziah Harris.
Confidentiality and test results and medical information came from the testing released report. And lastly, with regard to file 25006461010C for dollars for escape costs, additionally submit to HIV testing and complete counseling associated with HIV/AIDS on the way of confidentiality and test results and medical information came from the testing released report. And lastly, with regard to file 2.
Okay, that's the guy that was messing with the underage girl, and he turned around and killed her, but he gave her HIV too. Okay. Hush. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Okay, y'all, they got the nerve to be barking about the wind blowing. You know what, y'all? That's crazy. When I saw that police officer, I'm glad. I am so happy. Um, that they got that police officer. Okay. Hold on one second, you all. Anyways, you all, I was looking at something else too. We'll go back to that. I was looking at something else where I just kind of started binging on that where when you're talking about betrayal and how now people just don't have respect for people. They don't even have respect for themselves though. And it's so unfortunate, that people don't have respect for themselves or their relationships or nothing. Their children, nothing. And I was looking at where a couple women had caught their husbands, right? This right here kind of blew my mind. Caught their husbands um, at the hotel room, okay? I want to show y'all this. It's sad. And that's why I know like a lot of women need to get a grip. That's why when people get around here and talk about, you know, such and such ain't got no man, first of all, it ain't even none of their business. But I think peace is better than putting yourself in positions where you could stroke out or get yourself killed or lose your peace or whatever. But this lady right here, we're gonna look at that one next, y'all, because that one right there, that let me see, let me find the first one. Hold on, y'all. Please be quiet. Okay, here it is right here, you all.
Money for a bond, money for a lawyer. They ain't no town.
I'm a mama, fuck all that. Fuck the bond lawyer, all that. You showing your ass, boy.
And you let, that's what you're doing? 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 Now you ain't paying a bitch ass thing. All right.
Well, I ain't watched this. Yes, she is, though.
Yo, you killed that nigga in East Dallas. You killed that other nigga and ran him over. For this house.
Now that's his wife. She's called him in the hotel room with some woman. And she just talked about how she paid for his lawyer, how she paid for this, how she paid for that. And she said, you killed that ninja in East Dallas. You killed another dude somewhere and ran him over. Okay. Now, why would she want to be with a man like that? And she having to pay for his legal fees?
Fuck the bond lawyer, all that. You showing your ass, boy.
And you let, that's what you're doing? 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 Now you ain't paying a bitch ass thing. All right.
Well, I ain't watched this. Yes, she is, though.
Yo, you killed that nigga in East Dallas. You killed that other nigga and ran him over.
She kicked the hotel door in. She about to give herself a heart attack, y'all. Look at how hard she breathing. Y'all,
you protecting this.
Look, she kicked the damn hotel door in.
I'm gonna do it to you. Watch out, bro. You started putting your hands
up. Do it, bitch.
You started
do it, out. 5 years, nigga. 5 years, nigga.
You fucked off 2 of them. 3 of them. Fuck you talking about?
All right.
So 2 years.
All right.
Oh, you
Who are you? That wolf snuggle looking ass, bitch.
Chill out, bro.
All right. You letting this house talk to me, crazy?
Bro, you busting it on your...
You lied up. Look at that goddamn left of me behind the house.
Nah. Bro, no the fuck out there. You just stabbed a girl.
She gonna take him back, okay? Because it's something wrong upstairs, you know. Because she's saying, you're gonna let this hoe talk to me crazy. I mean, he's already disrespected her to the 3rd degree. He didn't have no urgency. He didn't try to leave. He didn't try to stop her. He didn't try to do nothing. Okay. He went on back in the room with the woman, and she was so angry. She kicked the damn hotel door in. She kicked it in. Okay. It is that, and then he told her, you need to go on because I'm gonna do it to you. Now she just said she paid for his bond, she paid for his lawyer. She said, you killed that dude in East Dallas, you killed another dude somewhere, and ran him over, and she paying all of his legal fees. She said he don't take care of his kids. She take care of everything, and that's the problem right there. Why would he respect her? He already know that she is a fool. Why would you even be with a man where you have to do everything? He's keeping her caught up in legal fees. He told her, I'm gonna do it to you. Okay. I'm learning these slangs now. I'm learning the slang now, y'all. When they say I'm gonna do it to you, that means I'm gonna go ahead and knock you down. I'm gonna go ahead and lay you on out. Okay, so that's basically what he was saying to her, that he was going, if she didn't go on, because she was putting it out there, you know, that he killed somebody. Okay, that he actually killed a couple people. I mean, but she'll recant that, you know, when he smoothed it over with her, because he gonna go right back up in the house with her, and she gonna take him back, and then he's gonna do it again. And that's why it is good to have respect for yourself, right? Have respect for yourself. and all of those good things. Okay. Because that lady right there, I don't know how old she is. She sounds like she could be fairly young. I don't know, but she has definitely lost herself in a man. Okay, she has definitely lost herself. And then here's another one that I saw. Like I kind of been binging on this today. That's why I was like, let me get on and talk about this. Like ladies, we definitely have to do better, and I know that we do. I'm talking about in the chat, but I'm just saying those who, who might catch this later on, we definitely have to do better. Like women, we ladies, we got to have some type of loyalty to ourselves and self-respect. Because understand, if a man do it to one woman, he would do it to another woman. I'm saying if he's with somebody and he didn't think enough of you to tell you that he was with somebody. Okay, so this lady right here catches her husband at a hotel room with another woman.
Housekeeping.
Oh. Whoa.
Oh, for real?
What you doing? Stalking me or something?
Oh, no.
How you know I'm here?
What are you doing here?
My cousin came in town.
Oh, no.
My homeboy.
No. Who up in here? No. You
got a check on me or something?
No, you must have forgot our emails as a link. I seen you booked the room. What you book a room? No. Wait a minute.
I didn't book nothing.
Purses, okay. A bra?
What
No.
you doing now?
Who up in here? Look at this. Oh no.
You got a lady friend.
Oh no. My freaking sister.
I'm sorry.
Yo, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me.
It's your fault. It's your fault. It's your fault.
Oh no. No.
Hey, don't bring the police back over here.
Oh no. No.
Whoa.
Pray for him. Y'all better pray.
I ain't gonna even tell no lies. Somebody would have had to go. Okay. I'm glad that lady did not go there with a weapon. And that's true. That happened for real. The idea, how could you do that to your own sister? You in the hotel room with your sister, and listen, the sister was upset, but the man wasn't upset. Okay, he probably happy, that he has broke up helped to break up a relationship. Now the sister did too. I'm talking about the one that was at the hotel room. That's the lowest thing you could do. How could you sleep with your sister's husband? Okay. And that's what I'm talking about. Like when betrayal goes wrong, like, that, hey, I don't agree with violence, but a lot of times when you catch stuff like that, you never know what goes through a person's mind. Okay. You don't never know what goes through a person's mind. They have temporary insanity. It's millions of people on the earth. Why you got to be laid up with your sister's husband? Okay. And like I said, he didn't have no, and he's another one. He didn't really have no fear. He didn't try to calm her down and get her back on up out the door. It's almost like he wanted her to see it.
Housekeeping.
Oh. Whoa.
Oh, for real?
What you doing? Stalking me or something?
Oh no.
How you know I'm here?
What are you doing here?
My cousin came in town.
Oh no.
My homeboy.
No. Who up in here? No. You
got a check on me or something?
No, you must have forgot our emails as a link. I seen you booked the room. What you
Look, y'all see how he was smirking? Y'all see how he's smirking?
book a room? No. Wait a minute.
I didn't book nothing.
Purses, okay. A bra?
What you doing now?
Who up in here? Look at this. Oh no.
You got a lady friend.
Oh no. My freaking sister.
I'm sorry.
Yo, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me.
It's your fault. It's your fault. It's your fault.
Oh no. No.
Hey, don't bring the police back over here.
Oh no, no, I can't. Whoa. Pray for him.
Wow. Wow. Now, it wasn't a skit. Yeah, somebody would have had to go. Somebody would have had to go. Somebody would have had to go somewhere. Okay. Somebody would have. I don't mean no harm. Um, somebody would have had to go on somewhere. Okay, and it wasn't gonna be home either. Black Barber says, Tams, I should ask my cousin at work that is always trying to be smart with me and get people fired. So I'll tell you what she said, laugh out loud, that stinking bitch, and is always in everybody's business. Y'all, that's sad. You know, like me personally, like I don't get it. I don't. Now I know I said, okay, when I was in my early 20s, my daughter's dad went and was cheating with his baby mama because she called me and told me he was cheating. I told y'all this story. And I didn't I don't know, I probably did believe her. I probably did. And she told me where she lived at too. She was like, I'm gonna take, because you know, during that time, like that was like I had not even had my youngest daughter yet. So that was like around, my youngest daughter was born in 2001. So that was around like 2000. And she told me, she's like, well, I'm gonna tell you, because she had called me and she was telling me about he was still messing with her. I told y'all, like, me and him would be on the phone all the time, like we was together all the time. And so she said, you know, around every night at around 11 or 12 o'clock, she was like, he gets to my house at like 1 o'clock in the morning. And I started thinking about that. I was like, he get there at 1 o'clock in the morning. I said, I started paying attention to the time he would start talking about he was sleepy. And I said, dog, he do start saying he real sleepy because he worked at like 11, something like that. He started talking, he can't keep his eyes and shit open no more. And so she was like, I live off of Get Well. Okay. Okay. She told me, go down Get Well, you turn on, was it Get Well? Yeah, no, it was no, it was off of Get Well. Mm-hmm. Go down Get Well, turn on this street. I forget the neighborhood. So early one morning, my mama's car was in the shop. I had to take my mama to work. I put my baby. I was like, dog, because it's like 6 o'clock in the morning, and I had to go across Get Well to take my mama to work. When I was coming back and I saw Get Well, I was like, dog, it's still real early. Maybe I should just see if he's there. Maybe I should just see. And I went, I remember, you know, she had given me the name of her street and told me how to get there. And so, I mean, because you will do it. And I went down the street, it was long. And I remember saying to myself, he ain't over here. I don't know why I'm doing this. Like, I don't even know why I'm over here in this area in the damn, okay. All right. And so I said, let me go on down to the end of the street and I'm gonna turn around and figure out how to get back up out of here. And sure enough, I went all the way down to the end of the street and there his truck was parked in her driveway. Just like she said, real early, because what he was doing was, I guess he was taking a shower and leaving there and going straight to work. He'd get there real late after I was asleep. Okay. And then he would take a shower and go to work from her house. Oh my God. I'm telling you, like, that was the first time something like that had ever happened to me. And you will lose control. I'm telling you, like, I mean, it just hit me. Like it hit me like a ton of bricks. Like when I saw his truck, it's like it hit me. Boom. Like I lost all logicalness, like, because in reality, you know, you're not even supposed to be going to nobody's house. But I was in my 20s. Okay, you're not supposed to be going to nobody's house. That could easily turn into a situation gone wrong. What did the judge say? The judge says, I heard a judge say, or somebody told me a judge said, one place I'm not gonna lose it is my house. Okay, he letting you know he gonna kill. The judge letting you know he gonna kill your ass. He said one place I'm not gonna lose at is at my house. Okay, and so that's why it's not good to go to people's house. But I promise you, I went and knocked on the door, and he saw me standing there. Okay, because she had a little shotgun house, so they could see me knocking on their door, and she was trying hard to open that door. She said he threw her down and laid all on top of her because she was trying to open the door so I could see him. She said he still had his shorts and stuff on, but so you can lose all like logic. I mean, I'm glad that it did not turn out bad, and I've never done anything like that ever again. Okay, and I definitely never will. Even when I get married, if I find out my husband's cheating, I'm not going to no woman's house. Okay, to try and get him. Why would I do that? Okay, when he got to come and get his stuff. Okay, now he might come back to nothing. Okay, he'll come back to nothing, but he gonna come back for it. It just ain't gonna be nothing there, but he'll come back for it, right? Um, Tamara in her 40s is already a demon, but Tamara in her 20s, I'm surprised she didn't end up at 201 Poplar. I was always a good girl. I was always a good girl. I think a lot of stuff that happened to me was a shock. Like my reactions were definitely raw because I think what I did was I kind of dated guys that I never should have been dating. Like they definitely they just they I shouldn't have been dating them. Okay. They just did not measure up really. Honestly. And what I'll do, because my daughter said he always worked. He always had a job, but he was always a real big liar too. Um He was always a really big liar. He never admitted to anything. Okay. Um, but something like that where you catch your sister with your husband, y'all, that is I don't know. I don't know I cannot even fathom something like that. Even if it was my cousins or my friend, like it's just too many people in the world. That's why I can't understand how people could be cool with somebody and sleeping with their husband. To them, a lot of times it's funny. To me, it's sickening. Debbie says, Miss Sam, I'm glad I didn't go there too. But when you're feeling, I'm telling you, it will shock you. Okay, it will shock you. Okay, and she sure called me. Tell me I'm playing. I cussed her out so bad. I was so mad. No, what she did was she called me. She was mad because like right after I pulled off, he felt safe enough. I guess he didn't go to work that day. He felt safe enough to pull off because he was not gonna dare come out that house while I was still there. I left and then he ran out and left. And so she called me. She called me. I picked up the phone. She said, I'ma fuck you up. He left. I talked so bad to her. I said, you gonna fuck me up because he left. I said, did you think he was gonna stay? Because he immediately left and then went to a phone booth. Because I don't think, back then we had like pagers. We had pages. He went to a phone booth and started trying to started calling the house phone, right? By that time I had made it home. So I guess she figured he left. I was so mad at her. I talked so bad to her. I was mad at her too. Okay. Because she was one of them ones that they already had a son together. And so she would always try to tell me uh tell me, I don't want him to hurt you because he liked to hurt women. He was in love with me though. I'm gonna just say that right now. He was a cheating ass dog, but he never had no woman that handled him like I did. Okay. And that's because I was halfway in I I had a deep care for it. Okay, I did. I had a deep care for him. I don't so you know, He, anyways, he was. I don't want to say nothing too bad because we cool now, right? But but I was definitely hurt about the betrayal. And so I cussed out so bad. So I'm gonna fuck you up because he left my house. I said, did you think he was gonna stay, you bitch? I said, you done laid up, you done let him lay up in your house and do whatever he wanted to do to you. And now you mad because you chasing him, trying to hold on to his bumper with nut running all down your damn face, bitch. And he trying to chase me. Okay, I talked real bad to her. I remember everything I said. I was so mad, I didn't know what to do. I was mad as hell. And so he's so low down. That's the type of stuff he would do things, and then he didn't. He would try to brush over it. I remember like I wouldn't talk to him. I never should have took him back. I took him back because I didn't want her to have him. Okay, because I couldn't stand him. And I remember he called me. He was like, "Remember, I know. Don't hang up in my face." He called from a phone booth because I was blocking. Y'all know that's when we had call block, right? I was blocking every number. So he would go and he was calling me from every damn phone booth in North Memphis. And I remember he called me from a phone booth. I didn't recognize the phone number. And then when I picked up, I said, "Hello, Tamara, just wait. Remember that tennis bracelet you said you wanted? I went to Zelle and got it. I just want you to know that you don't have to take it. I'm just leaving it in the mailbox. Now you can hang up." A big old bald head dog. Okay. And so she I couldn't stand him after that. Like I should not have taken him back, but I was like, if I don't take him back, she'll be that's the satisfaction she would want. But I gave him hell. I gave him hell. We argued all the time. I promise you. Like he would always say to me, "You undiagnosed. You undiagnosed." Because we could be sitting at a movie and we'll be looking at something and laughing. I'll look at him and I say, "Look at him laughing after he did what he did to me." And I'll just start up like, um, and but then he got me pregnant, I believe on purpose. That's what he did. He got me, he tried to trap me, but I started cheating on him too. I started cheating on him. It was never the same. I got me a boyfriend on the side and I was actually gonna leave him for the guy, but he started acting stupid. He started acting too damn stupid with his black ass. So I was like, why would I leave him and go to him? And he already acting a damn fool. So but I should have, because the other boy, I like the other boy better. I actually liked him better. I just wasn't finished with my baby daddy. I guess it was just meant for me to get pregnant with my daughter. That's the only thing it was, because I didn't want him anymore. I guess I wasn't finished. I wasn't finished dogging him, making this life a living hell. And that's one of the reasons why now I have like a detachment. I have a detachment from stuff. Like if it don't work out, I detach from it. And I know a lot of, guys I've dated in the past, like, that's cold. But I just did kind of detach from it. Like I don't need it to make my life a living hell. I don't need to go through a lot of different emotions. I just need to detach from it and isolate myself. Um, he said women's life. What? Because I cheated? I just got my lick back. That's what I did. I got my lick back. And I think he knew it too, because when I was with the other guy, I didn't let him touch me. We weren't doing nothing. I was like, I can't have sex with two guys. I don't know how women do that. So when I started going with the other guy and it got serious, my boyfriend, he didn't get none. He was a cheater anyways. He get it from whoever he was cheating with. And I started enjoying. I like Corey. Corey was a money getting brother. He was quiet. He was methodical. He was laid back. He was just super cool. Like I liked him. But then he started acting up. When you gonna tell him? I said, no, wait now. You can't stress me out. Black Barber says, you left the love gates open and he went in, laugh out loud, and then comes the baby. Like, when I stopped dealing with the guy that I was cheating on him with, because he started putting pressure on me. Okay. Um, After about a few months, and I saw that we weren't gonna get back together, whatever, because he was threatening to tell it. He was like, I'm gonna tell him. He's like, I'm gonna tell him. And I didn't want to deal with that because he was already, my daughter's dad was already talking about, yeah, I think you're doing something, Tamara. You ain't did nothing in 3-4 months. I said, I don't believe that. I started playing the same. I said, I don't believe that. We ain't did nothing in 3-4 months. I said, I don't believe that. I can't remember the last time, but I don't believe that. I mean, those were the types of games that he played with his bald head behind. And I remember he said, I'm gonna tell you something, Tim. I believe you're doing something, but I'm gonna tell you something. You know, he was from North Memphis. He was crazy. His brothers were crazy. So he had to be. He was the baby boy. He was like, if I catch you doing something, he used to carry a shotgun. I said, you gonna shoot me with a shotgun? Why a shotgun? Why not a automatic or something? Why the long gun? Why you gotta carry the long gun for me? Debbie says, Miss Tam, I just saw something. They said they are the highest rate in Atlanta out of all states in the U.S. What, the H to the I to the V? He said, you literally said you be in movies mad because he's laughing. Then you stop laughing because of what he did to you. Then you said you wanted to keep. Yeah. Well, let me just say this. He was the reason that I was cheating. I didn't want to cheat. He made me do it. It was his fault. I never cheated on a man a day in my life. He was like my third boyfriend. So I hadn't even had been experienced enough to be cheating. And he went and did that to me. So he made me so my cousins, my female cousins who are just, they don't care. They told me, cuz you too beautiful. You need to get you a man on the side. That's what you need to do. I started thinking about it because if I used to talk about them for doing all that cheating and stuff, I would call them whores and all of that. And then I started doing it and I liked it. With one person, though, okay, not with multiple people, just with one person. I didn't like the cheating. I liked the guy. I didn't like the cheating. Let me just say that I did not like cheating. I just liked the guy. It says, put up a poll. Can someone make you cheat? He did make me cheat. He betrayed me and he broke my heart. Okay, I actually was in it to win it because I was gonna leave him. Those were my intentions. I just had to gradually do it because I really did still care about him a lot. I really did like him. I really did because I thought about the fun and stuff we used to have together. I really did like him. I was trying to see what the other guy was gonna do. Well, I saw what he was doing. He was good to me. He was. He was a money getting, money spending, chocolate, laid back dude. I really did like him, but he started getting crazy. I didn't know, I don't want to go from one crazy guy to another. But I learned my lesson on that, you guys. Just don't cheat. Leave it alone. If they cheat on you, just don't try to get your revenge. I learned from that one time. Years ago. That's been what, 20 something years ago. I have not cheated on any man since then. Okay, I'll quit him and go get me another man, but I'm not going to cheat on him. So that's my experience. Like, as you get older, you're supposed to learn. Okay, I kind of feel like I haven't had enough adventure in my life, anyways, because I didn't date a lot. I really didn't date a lot. I let guys keep me tied up in relationships because I always wanted to be in like long term relationships. I didn't believe in like hopping from man to man. That's why when these folks who knows nothing about me get on this damn app and conjure up all them lies, I get to thinking, dog, shoot, I wasn't, I wasn't doing all that. Maybe I should have, though. Maybe it would have, I couldn't spread myself that thin, but maybe I should have, dated more guys than what I did date. Because when I was raising my girls, I didn't really date anyone at all because I couldn't be having no man around, bringing different men around my children. That's not something I could never do something like that, right? Miss Sam, you're a grown woman. You can and was doing what you wanted to do. I know. I be thinking about that song, y'all. Me and Mrs. Jones, my side dude, that was our song. Okay. Um, and that's what my baby daddy did. Cause I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm gonna tell y'all something that my daughter's dad did. Okay. So Corey would start putting a lot of pressure on me. I like Corey, but I had to quit him. Because when you started talking about I'm gonna tell him, and I know somebody that know him, you ain't leaving him fast enough. He first of all he had somebody, so why you want to do me like that? I told okay, so I'm not gonna get into all we talked about, but at that time, but so I give my daughters, so I leave him alone, and after I leave him alone, I with my daughter's dad, I started thinking, I was like, well, people make mistakes. We weren't broke up. I just wasn't messing with him like that. I was like, well, people make mistakes. Maybe I should let him reintroduce himself to me, and maybe we can get back to a point of me, trusting him and all of that. Okay. And that's kind of what happened. The dude got me pregnant on purpose. That's what he did. He got me pregnant. He did it on purpose. And so to try I think to try and trap me. And so then I forgive him. I'm pregnant. I have my baby. I kid y'all, I can't make this stuff up. Like, this is one of the reasons why, like, I don't have issues with like being by myself. I just don't tolerate no shit with no man either. So I have the baby. I have my baby March the 5th. Okay. Remember the baby mama I told you that I caught him with? That's the oldest son's mama. He had another baby mama. See, that was a red flag right there where he had a daughter. Okay. So the son's mother, who we get it, y'all told y'all we get into it because I catch him over there with her. And she get no, holding on to the bumper. So she called me. She said, Tamara, she called me one day. I had gone back to work. After I had my baby, I went back to work 6 weeks after I had her, right? I was working for MPD at that time. Um, so she called me, Tamara, I know you said for me to never call you again, and I'm not calling you on no disrespectful stuff, but I just want to tell you something. Please don't hang up. I hope you sitting down. I said, what you want? Why are you calling me? What? Your baby got a brother. Oh. I said, what? What are you talking about? He had another baby. Y'all, he got the second baby mama pregnant again. So when I caught him with the first baby mama, he knew she was gonna tell me. So he started messing with the second one. Cause she was a damn hood rat. Okay. A ghetto hood rat. That nobody could talk to. I had not really dealt with her like that. Anyways, he goes and start back messing with her after I forgave him. Around the time I forgave him, and then he gets me pregnant and trap me, and then he get that girl pregnant too. So this is the God's truth, y'all. I had my baby on March the 5th, and I had her early because she was due on March the 22nd. I was doing jumping jacks and stuff like that and exercising, and my water broke. So I had her 3 weeks before the due date. That girl called me and told me that the girl had a baby. And guess when she had her baby? The same year. I had my baby March the 5th. She had her baby March the 21st of the same year. He had a baby 3 weeks after I had my baby. He was trying to hide it from me. Okay. I knew I shouldn't have. See, that's what I'm talking about. When you don't be half one of them anyways, and they go and they constantly F over you. And that's what he did. And I was finished with him after that. Like, I was totally, that was it. And they was them girls, them hood rats was glad to call me and tell me, a bunch of damn hood rats, alley cats. They both was on their phone. They knew, they probably could hear my face had hit the floor. Okay. I said he had another. I said yeah, we got a baby. And he barely a month. Oh, my baby was 6 weeks. Her baby was a few weeks. So I called him. I said, I know y'all lying. I'm getting ready to call him on 3-way. I said, do you have another baby? Which, I'm not gonna say the girl name. I said, I got them on the phone. Man, y'all, I just from how he started hyperventilating. He started hyperventilating and, just then he started cussing them out. I knew it. I was like, it's over. I didn't want him no more anyways. I couldn't. I knew it was over. It was over. It was over. It was definitely over. And I think from that point, like, I think he thought, because I think it had been a roller coaster with those girls where he was back and forth with them. I left him alone. He never touched me again because I didn't let him. And so he tried to be really mean to me, or he would say stuff like, because he was a good father to his other children, okay? But I think he decided, well, since she ain't gonna mess with me, she gonna do it like that, I'm gonna show her something, okay? And I'm not saying that I was an angel, because I got a really smart mouth. I do. I got a smart mouth, but he was just wrong for how he did that. But I mean, I never looked back. And so I moved on with my life and got me somebody else. And I remember I was working, by this time I was working at the sheriff's office. Our daughter was 6 years old. She was 6 years old, and he called me on my cell phone, and I was working at the sheriff's office at night. And so he called me. He was like, Tamara, I'm in the downtown area. I'm gonna wait on you to get off work because I want to talk to you about something. So when he said that, I was like, dog, what he got to talk to me about? He was like, if you could just come out. And I thought he was going to say to me, I apologize for how I've been doing my daughter, because he was doing it at me. I want to spend more time with my daughter, or something like that. Okay. But I was real cautious of him because, he a North Memphis dude. Okay. I found out had been robbing folks. Okay. Don't give me, Lord, I just thank you, God, for deliverance. And so, anyways, I went out there to his truck, and I got in his truck. He said, Tamara, I was thinking about our daughter. And so I was looking at my other kids. Now she looks more like him than, well, they all look just like him. They all look the same. Let me just say that. And so he said, I was thinking about, my kids got kinky hair, and she got curly hair like your oldest daughter. And so I don't think she mine. I want a blood test. Y'all, that's what he said to me. I said, you want a blood test for your child because you say she got curly hair and your other kids got kinky hair? I said, are you serious? I said, you came and waited outside for me to get off work at 11:30 to say that to me? Yeah, I want a DNA test. I said, why you wait till she's 6, almost 7 years old to say you want a DNA test? I was just riding and thinking. And I made all my other baby mamas take a DNA test. And I start thinking, why ain't make Tamara take one? I said, bitch, you come and break my peace wait on me to get off work talking about you made everybody else take a DNA test and I'm worthy of it too? Yeah. I got out of the truck. I slammed that truck door. So I tried to break his window. I slammed that truck door so hard. I said, let me tell you something, bitch. In the state of Tennessee, if a baby, because he signed a birth certificate at the hospital, if a child got your last name and is legitimated for 5 years, after 5 years, you don't try to figure out what's going on. The baby is automatically yours after 5 years. I said, she's 6 years old, so bitch, you done waited too late. Feed her until she look like it. If she ain't yours, you're going to have to take care of her anyways. Oh, I was mad as hell. So, y'all, fast forward years later, this guy, I can't make this up on this guy. A few years ago, the guy called me. I really don't trust him. And so he called me out of the blue. Me and him on talk. He was like, Tamara, can you meet me down at the river so I can talk to you? So I'm thinking, I was like, Lord, I wonder if he's sick. Maybe he got cancer or something like that. And he want to tell me about a will he got for our daughter. He get ready to croak out. And he about to tell me about where the money is. Okay. And so I sit down on the bench. I was looking all around though, because he's from North Memphis. I was looking, making sure he ain't had nobody want to pop me. And I said, what's up? What's going on? Are you okay? Yeah, you all right? I said, yeah, what's wrong? Tamara, I just want to apologize to you for all them years ago when I asked you for a blood test. I said, that's what you called me out here for? I was mad as hell. I was thinking he was going to tell me he was getting ready to croak over, and he had an insurance policy for it. That pissed me off. So Miss Tam, remember when they were giving out condoms, if they were still giving them out? You know what? They used to do that at the health department. Okay. They used to do that at the health department. And this is how I know that they wanted for that stuff to spread. They used to give out free condoms at the health department. Now, they get all of this government funding and stuff in. The government get them funding. Well, they cut that out because they said it was costing too much money. No, Walgreens and Walmart and all those stores started complaining about they weren't making, it was cutting in on their funds, okay, for the health department to be giving out free condoms, because then people weren't going in the stores buying them, right? So that's why they did it. And I think, and that was just a way for it to get out of control. Because I don't, there shouldn't be a reason why they are not still giving out free condoms. They used to do it. You used to stop by the health department, but that's something they cut out of the budget. Why would they do something like that? He said they gave those rubbers out at the college dorm now. Oh, wow. My head trying to get stopped up. I'm gonna have to do me like a hot toddy. Yep. I still think that they're trying to hide the numbers, because remember the numbers got out, and I think somebody in government leaked that. They was talking about all those high school kids that's got the H to the I to the V, and they tried to refute it. I think it was some truth in it though, in Memphis, because they said at Whitehaven and Hamilton and another school had really, really high numbers. Shout out to my daughter's dad though. Yeah, he really is a decent guy. When he changed his life around, I mean, because he had changed his life. He was working and stuff when I met him. And so he was always a pretty decent guy. He was just a cheater. Okay. He had never met a girl like me. Okay. And my daughter used to always say, Mama, my dad always as she was getting older, when he would, my dad'd be asking about you, and my dad'd be saying, I feel sorry, I feel bad for how I made your mama feel all them years ago. I was like, why he's still thinking about something that happened years ago. Now she's 25 now. Okay. She's 25. And so her and her dad and her siblings on her dad's side, they're really close. He's really good to his children and stuff now. He was always good to them. For some reason, he wasn't good to her because it wasn't because he couldn't be good to her. I don't know what it is about me. These men be want to get their get back on me. I don't be doing nothing to these men. I goes and I be quiet and I isolate myself. And for some reason, they always want to mess with me. Yeah, I think he do, but I'm gonna tell you what I think though about Magic Johnson. I think it's a cure, and he paid for it. A lot of people say they don't think he got it, but I think he paid for the cure. Hold on one second. Stephen crazy. I was looking at my daughter last night at dinner. Like I said, she wanted to go to the butcher shop for her birthday dinner. Oh my God, that girl looked just like her dad. She looks like him. She always looked like him. Her eyebrows are shaped like his. She got his mannerism where she's real private and sneaky with stuff. Like I was looking at her last night. I was like, the older she gets, she looks more and more just like her dad. I called my mom this morning. I was like, I said, I was looking at her, she looks just like her dad. My mom said she always looked just like her dad. She is so him. It's like everything about her almost is, but is she real mild mannered? Um, but she's passive aggressive though. She got a real get quick comeback. My baby got a YouTube channel. I'd be so proud of her. I'd be looking at her YouTube channel and um I'd be looking at her YouTube channel and I'd be I'd be posting comments and stuff. I'll be posting comments and stuff all over her YouTube channel because I'd be so proud of her because she's so reserved and shy and like she's so quiet. It makes me so happy to see her on YouTube, like just having a podcast. I was like, I really wish I could give her a shout out, but I don't want none of the freaks going over to my child's page. And so she was like, "No, ma, don't give me no shout outs. Let me do this. Let me build my own audience." I was like, "Okay." She was like, "Oh, another thing, ma, could you stop commenting on my stuff so much? Like, you have like 7 or 8 comments under one video." I was like, "Okay." I was just, I thought I was just, trying to be a cheerleader or something. Um, I wish I could show y'all though, y'all. She be doing reviews on stuff. Oh my freaking God. That makes me so happy. Hmm. Hey, Miss Ebony. Y'all, we just in here talking now on a Sunday. And listen, y'all, everybody has gone through something, okay? I ain't the only person that has gone through something. Like that happened years ago. Everybody done cheated on somebody, okay? Thank you, Gaelic. Everybody done cheated on somebody, okay? It wasn't nothing wrong with me getting my lick back. Back in the day, I would never do something like that now, though. I'm not a cheater. I'm not. He said black men don't cheat. Oh Lord Jesus. Somebody say how you know how do you know if a man how do you know if a man will cheat? How do you know if a man would cheat because he's a man? Hello? Hey, how you doing? I'm doing good. Oh my goodness, I wish you had told me you was going to New York. I love New York. What part of New York was it? Okay, that's up there. See, that's up there. That's where I want to go because that's up there where Harriet Tubman's house museum is. I've always wanted to visit her museum. Are we Facebook friends? We are. I didn't see it. Okay, I'm gonna go look at it. Mhm. That was nice. I'll show you. I'll show you. I'm on live right now. I'm on yeah. So when I get out okay. Y'all Sharon says Sharon, do you y'all Sharon Maven says hello. And she just got back. We're gonna let her come on to talk about that one day next week about how the conference was. Okay, all right. Okay, yeah, that was Sharon. Remember I had her on here. She had been a homicide detective and she's getting ready to go back and work part-time in the cold case bureau for MPD. They're expanding their cold case bureau and they're bringing back more retired homicide investigators. And she's going back to work part-time at the cold case bureau. So we're going to have Sharon to talk about that. Debbie says, and he's supposed to have seen a voodoo doctor to get it removed. Who done seen a voodoo doctor? Now, Big G, now let's get back to you. You said men don't cheat. Somebody asked me, how do you know if how can you tell if a man cheats? This is how I could tell that a man cheats. If he has a penis. Okay? That's how I know if a man cheats. If he's got a penis, he cheats. Cypress, y'all cheat. Y'all wrong. Y'all don't have to do us like that. I want, but more. It's sad. More and more women are cheating too. I hate to say it. I really believe now that more women doing their thing too. Women used to wouldn't cheat back. I think they have to be triggered to do it though. They have to be triggered to do it. Like it has to be. I think a lot of women used to just let their husbands or their significant others cheat. Now women get their lick back. Okay, women are definitely getting their lick back. So I was on to something back then. Okay, I just don't do it now. Okay, I don't do no cheating. I'll cut you off, but I don't do no cheating. I'm not saying, okay, so is there anything wrong with cheating back? I don't recommend cheating. Do I recommend cheating back? Um, well, I don't recommend that either. Because somebody could get hurt. But I definitely don't recommend cheating first. Yeah, women are the best cheaters. When I was doing private investigative work, when I was doing infidelities, when more men had started to come to me. See, a lot of women think that there are no good men out there. There are a lot of good men in Memphis. Okay, they just tied up with no good women. So when men would come to me, when men would come to me, I would go, "Oh Lord," I would go, "Oh Lord." It was always harder for me to catch women cheating because women are harder to catch. Women are harder to catch because women cover um they know how to cover their tracks really really good. Very paranoid. Women are more paranoid and they know how to cover their tracks. Men aren't. Or just let me say this. Men don't think about it as much as women do. They don't go out of their way to cover their tracks up as much. But what actually happens with men is they don't pay attention to the women that they're cheating with because they normally leave a trail behind for their wife or their woman to find. That's how women start picking up on the scent of a man cheating because he done got comfortable with his side chick and she's leaving things behind purposely for his wife to know something. She'll leave her um a scarf or put a lipstick on the side of the car, the side of the seat. The wife, when women get into men cars, and I'm a woman, I know that we be looking all around. Okay, we looking for something out of place. Of course, women do that. You find some lipstick, you're gonna know, or some lip gloss, you already know that's not yours. Or they'll leave the hotel receipt, they'll put it in the glove compartment, or they'll put it somewhere where he can't see it, but when you get in on the passenger side your wife is going to see it. So they start doing it. Men usually get caught because their side chick starts setting them up, um and they too dumb to know women should not cheat. Men are hurt more than women. Men, I don't know if men are hurt more than women. Men can't hardly, they don't handle it well. They don't handle it well at all. Now, I remember I had the case of this guy, and he was a good guy. Okay, he was a good guy. He had a really good job, and he was just a good dude. And his wife was cheating. She was going all up to Jackson, Tennessee, cheating with some thug. And her husband, she was living in a beautiful house, had a nice car. That man worked hard to take care of her, and she was you know she was, how can I put it? Um, he heard some conversations of her talking about what she wanted to do to a guy, to that particular guy. Like, I mean, he was like, dog, like my wife, poor guy. He was like, dog, it's hurting me to hear my wife talk about, my wife ain't never did this stuff to me. She ain't never even talked about doing half of the stuff she was talking about doing to this guy, and was doing it. And I'm gonna tell y'all why he came to me. He when he came to me, he sat down, he talked to me for some reason. The men, every man that ever hired me to find out what their wife was doing, still call me to this day to check on me. Like, I guess their counselor. Okay, and it ain't no coding or nothing going on either. I go, dog. Like, those men were coming through there. They had good jobs. They paid whatever I asked them to pay. They had the money. Oh God, they just were good financially. I didn't live with them, so I don't know. But they were devastated about their wives and stuff cheating. But this is how he knew. He said, he came to me, he sat down, and I said, well, why do you think your wife cheating? He said, well, I smelled the scent. I said, what kind of scent? He said, my wife got in the bed. He said, he said they had not had sex since their baby was born. They already had 4 kids. They had a small baby that was 9 months old. And he said that she had not let him touch her for 9 months. That's a clear sign of cheating. Because remember when I told y'all I started cheating on my daughter dad, I didn't let him touch me. Okay. Because I had to be with my other man. Right. So, anyways, he said that she got into bed with him one night, and she had a scent. And he said, my wife has never had a smell or anything like that. He said, my wife and I have not been doing anything. He said, the 13 or 14 years I've been with my wife, she's never had a scent. He said, lately, he said, when she got into the bed, I was like, my wife got a scent. Men study their women now, just like women, they will. That they even if they don't say nothing, they know. And I said, well, you think maybe she got like a. He said, my wife has never had a scent. I never had a smell. He said, and then lately I've been going into the restroom after she come out and there's a smell. He said, I just think she's having sex. We haven't had sex in over 9 months with somebody else. And sure enough, she was gone crazy. They was going all. He paid me good though. We was trailing them all to. She was going out to Arkansas. She was dealing with some old mud duck from up out of Jackson, Tennessee, who lived in I don't know what he lived in, but they was going all to the backwoods of Arkansas. We was going all down mud roads. They was dog fighting and all of that. Like, they had dogs and they would be fighting. And she had that beautiful suburban truck that her husband had bought her. She was hauling him and his cousins and all them, and they going all down dirt roads and shit, messing my tires and shit up on my damn car, trying to keep up with them. Okay. But she was bad. Like, she was terrible. But it's, to this day, he's a general. Like, the last time I was just having to be over at my office late, and I had not worked for, that was like 3 years ago, like 3, 4 years, almost 4 years ago. I was sitting over in my office late doing something, and he was like, I was in the neighborhood. I just stopped by to see how you was doing. He is a nice guy. He is. He's a nice guy. Like whenever he let that go, because she's still in the house. I think it's just cheaper to keep her. They got all them kids. Um, Somebody gonna have themselves a really good husband. And it's funny because one of his sisters be calling me sometimes too. I think I just be, Lord have mercy. But that's because I'm understanding though. I am. I'm very, like, you have to be delicate when people are dealing with betrayal and stuff like that. Especially men, because men do not handle it well. There was another lady that was cheating. She came, her husband, she was coming way from, it wasn't Lakeland. I believe it was around Lakeland. She was coming from Lakeland to Westwood. She was traveling when her husband would go to work. She was leaving from Lakeland in a beautiful home. Didn't work nowhere, wasn't hitting a lick at a snake. Okay, the other girl wasn't either. She would leave and go to Westwood, and she was messing with a guy in Westwood in an old raggedy house. He was living with his sister in the back house. Okay. I said, Lord Jesus, this don't make no sense. Like, I don't really know, what people go through in their households, but at the same time, like, if you got a husband that's taking care of you, oh, she would let him drive the car. She would let him drive her husband. She had a sports car. She would let that thug be driving that car that her husband had gifted her with. And he was so devastated. He was really devastated. He was like, Miss Tamara, I know this is what I hired you for. He said it's bad enough that she cheating on me. She going way into a place that I would never have ever thought she would be at. He said, but then she letting me, because we had showing pictures of the dude driving the damn car with his nappy head. City girl says what? I got sick of that though. I'm telling y'all, doing those infidelity cases, I'm so glad I don't do them no more. They wore me down. Like, they did. They wore me down. Like, I was like one of because a lot of other investigators don't do them because they're so tedious. And then because I was a woman, more people wanted to hire me. So they would just go with me. You're a woman. Okay. They just wanted, because I was a woman. One of my partners who's an investigator, he's like, I don't know how you take all them damn cases. When I take them, I'm not talking to them until after the investigation is over. But you can't do people like that because they get curious. You need to keep in contact with them. Hey, to let them know what's going on. And you can't be mean to them. Your dogs know when Big Todd is around. Roof energy. No, they barking at, it's starting to thunder. She started barking when she saw that lightning. It scared her. Remy, you're gonna have to stop because it's getting ready to start storming real bad. And she will bark through a whole storm non-stop. She get the other one started. In a few minutes, she's gonna go and run up under the table. When it started thundering a bit, she go run up under the kitchen table. I had a real old guy. He had him he was a sugar daddy though, but he fell in love with that girl too. I was like, dog, like, He fell in love with her and took her up out of South Memphis out the damn projects and put her where I'm at. When he told me where she lived, I was like, dog, like, when he told me that this was a long time ago, he had fallen in love with her, and that man was successful. He's an old man, like in his 70s. And he was paying for her an apartment, had gotten her a car. Stop! He gotten her a car, and Lord Jesus, I don't know. Some of these women, I don't know what they be doing, but they make these men fall head over heels in love with them, and like a real gentle, loving, honest person like myself, they be wanting to try to pull one on me. But of course I don't let them. Remy, hush, that's thunder. You're not gonna be barking while it's thundering and raining. Cause she'll just keep barking and barking. Anyways. Yeah, hold on. Stop. He said God sent me my new one. Anyways, y'all. I sure hope the lights don't go out with all of this thundering and stuff. Now, this is the type of weather that I be loving to. Remy, I'm gonna put you in the back. I'm not playing. This is the type of weather that I like, that I love. I love it when it rains and it thunders. I get to be at home, and I'm gonna look at me a good movie in a few minutes if the lights don't blow out. It says that it's supposed to be a thunderstorm. They said, I was looking at Blackwood News say that the trees and stuff, like when he was going down South Parkway, the wind was blowing so hard, trees were falling. He was like, be careful because the wind blowing so hard, the trees are falling. I like the rain, but I mean, I like for the thunder, but I sure don't want to deal with no tornado type stuff. Shoot, I probably should have went over to my mama's house so I can. That's what I should have did. I should have went to my mama's house. Since it's about to be a tornado, I don't really need to be at home by myself. It's raining too hard for me to get out now, though. Shut, girl, be quiet. Y'all see how she just go get up under the table. Y'all see how she just keep barking and barking? Anyways, y'all. Listen, y'all, that stuff that I was just telling y'all, that happened like 20 years ago, right? I understand people, some people, when they're mentally sick, they are like, they're like, um, downloads, okay? They like to take what you say, and which I'm not ashamed of anything that I've done. And that's why I talk about it because it's funny to me. Like even with my daughter's dad, right? That's with the second one. He did that, but he was younger then too. Like he was in his 20s. He was like 24. So he was young and he was young and dumb, but he's always been a decent guy. He's always been decent. I'm not innocent either. I said, be quiet. I'm gonna have to threaten her for her to be quiet. I'm not innocent either because I would provoke him a lot of times. I would sometimes, because I think he would try and reach out to do right, but I would be pissed off because I'm like, dog, he didn't he ain't did right by his child, so that would be my like I would be passive aggressive. I never tried to stop him from seeing her though, but I guess there was some things that I did too. Maybe there were some things that I did that that I should not have done too. Okay. Because he's not confrontational. He's never been confrontational at all. He's not. That is so loud. I moved from Texas because of those thunderstorms. Oh wow. What part of Texas were you living in? Because I think they said Houston get a lot of like storms and floods and all of that. Yeah, I be trying so hard not to buy my grandbaby everything Mickey Minnie Mouse. I be trying so hard not to, but I just can't help it. Hold on, you all. Some of these people showing up on my timeline. I'm get ready to block them. Hmm. Oh wow, y'all! They said that storm is supposed to be really bad. Um, let's see. Hold on, you all. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm just on here now. We just chilling. Here go another one, you all.
Bitch. Bitch. Yeah. Stupid bitch. Hold on, baby. Bitch, you got me fucked up. Fucked up. Told y'all dumb man about playing with me.
That's when you know a chick has really flipped out. That's why people got to be careful about their tipping point, and when you're dealing with toxic people. I mean, it's not when you know when you're dealing with somebody toxic. It's best to just get on away from them, because when you laughing and you mad and you breathing hard and stuff, that's that's borderline flipping out. They said she done call him cheating with a little girl.
And it could have been anybody else, but these fucking little ass children. And you in here laying over little ass kid. Bitch, I'll never look at you the same around my fucking baby. I'll never. What? We don't finna call the police. Cause you just bust all my shit up. 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 Bitch, you finna pay for that. You finna pay for that. You finna pay for that. You finna pay for that, bitch. On my mama. You finna pay for you later. Yeah. And I'ma still walk away from this bitch untouched. Bitch, you the one leaking. Bitch. Sit right here calling your phone for you to get my fucking baby. And you can't even get my baby because you laid the fuck up with ZZ. Bitch, out of all people, ZZ. And this little bitch was just in my face yesterday. It ain't about who the fuck you laid up with, bitch. It's the principal. These little ass fucking kids, bro. You got a fucking daughter, bitch. How would you feel if somebody laid up with your little ass daughter? The fuck? Finna get fucked up. Not a fucking more. Yeah, we even, bitch.
Y'all, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Oh, I know it'd be hard to walk away. Be quiet.
Specifically though, I seen some text messages in your phone from him talking about boo and bae. What's that about?
What about Eric? And why was you going through my phone?
Because
And what text message are you even talking about?
I'm referring to the text message where it was like, "Ooh, baby, we had a great time last night." What was the great time that y'all had last night?
Oh yeah, you mean when we went to the football game and we hung out?
Okay, you can say that now, but what I don't get is why would you be calling him boo and bae then? Okay, if that's just your homeboy and y'all going to games and stuff together, that's fine and dandy. But if you call
boo and bae, never done that.
well, he said it. It was him saying it.
Okay, so then maybe you need to talk to him because
ain't no point in me talking to Eric. You're my
I
man.
don't understand why you coming up to me talking about named Eric, who's my homeboy, who I just hang out with every once and now and again.
Because you're my man.
And you shouldn't be going through my phone anyway. And what does me being your man got anything to do with him?
So
I wonder if that was a skit. Yeah, this storm getting pretty bad out there. So I am getting ready to get off. I enjoy being on here with you all tonight. We always have fun. Listen, as I say, whatever I talk about on here, I don't. It's fun to me. I don't mind talking about. You know what? I think we, like I said, we were in our 20s. We all did stuff. That's what make us all relatable because we've done things, have things done to us. And I just say that I shouldn't even have to explain that for a motherfucker that might be obsessed and they downloaded that because they feel like that's something, that they can use. But I mean, it don't really matter. Okay. They can't use nothing. Dang, the lightning just not, girl, it is lightning so bad. I am getting, I was just looking at it in my living room. So I'm getting ready to get off of here so I can turn this laptop off. Listen, I want you all to please like, share, and subscribe. Y'all be safe out there. If you're around the Memphis area, you got to be out there. Be safe out there in the storm. I love you all. Y'all have a good night.